So, what is going on YouTube? This is Sam from Team SamHamTV here, and today I'm coming at you guys with my LUNALIGHT deck profile for the post-shiny victories format. And let me tell you guys right now, I am super excited to showcase you guys this deck profile because this deck profile is going to be super cool, it's going to be super dope, and it's going to be super absolutely amazingly phenomenal. So I really hope you guys enjoy this deck profile. And for those of you who are actually here to see the deck profile, I really appreciate you stopping by. And for those of you who actually haven't yet subscribed to my channel, if you can give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe, that would be absolutely amazing. And trust me, you guys will not be disappointed with the content that I post. And yeah, before I start with this deck profile, I just want to give a huge shout out to some people from Dolly's. And because without those people that I'm about to shout out, this deck profile would have actually never happened. I went to Dolly's on sneak peek, and I only bought one sneak peek, and I didn't pull any of the LUNALIGHTs except for Panther Dancer. And the rest, I got all those cards for free from these guys right here. They wanted to support out the channel, so I really appreciate their help. Shout outs to my boy Janan. Janan was the one that actually gave me most of the cards for the deck. So a huge shout outs to you, bro, for helping contribute to the channel, and I really appreciate your help. And also a huge shout out goes to my boy Anthony and Josh as well for pitching in some cards for the deck. So you know what, guys, as I progress to the deck profile, I'll be explaining to you guys some of the card choices in the deck and the reasons why I play them. And before I start with this deck profile as well, I just want to say that I'm not saying that this deck is going to be like the best deck out there. I'm not going to say that this deck is going to be tier 0 or tier 1. This deck is, main purpose is to have fun. Is to swarm your opponent, wreck your opponent by bringing out big fusion monsters and just having a fun time. And in my personal opinion, this deck cannot compete with like PK Fire or Cosmo or anything like that, unless during the as the format dies down. During the next format, if PK Fire and Cosmo starts to die and things like that, this deck may have a chance. But as for now, PK Fire, Cosmos, and Monarchs are definitely going to have a huge advantage over this deck. But nonetheless, for those of you who actually just want to play an inexpensive deck that's just really cheap, really budget friendly, and really fun to play with against your friends, or just to bring to locals just to try it out and things like that, this deck profile is definitely the deck for you. So basically, guys, just check it out. I'll explain to you guys all the card choices. And for those of you who may think that this deck suck, after you watch this video, you might change your mind. So without further ado, let's get started with this deck profile. Started with the monsters. The monsters is very self-explanatory. Started with the monsters. You want to play triple LUNALIGHT Blue Cat. This card is absolutely phenomenal. It's the main level 4 of the deck. And the really good thing about Blue Cat is that it has two amazing effects. So basically, Blue Cat's effect states that if this card is special summoned, you basically get to target another LUNALIGHT monster you control, and basically double the attack. And also a secondary effect is that if she gets destroyed, you basically get to tutor out any other LUNALIGHT monster from your deck, which is absolutely amazing. So what you can do with a Blue Cat is that you can go Blue Cat. If you special summon Blue Cat, you can target Cat Dancer. And at this point, Cat Dancer will become 4800 attack, and you can activate Cat Dancer effect to tribute off the Blue Cat to basically just attack all your opponent monsters at once, which is absolutely phenomenal. Triple Blue Cat is definitely the must-have in the deck, and this is the only level 4 that you play in the deck, and we're just waiting on Crimson Fox to come out during the next set, I believe, to give this deck more of a rank 4 XYZ boost that this deck can go into. Because as of now, since this card is the only level 4 monster that you play, you only go into a level 4 XYZs by just overlaying these two cards on the board. So that's pretty much it. And in this particular build, anyways, you barely go into XYZs. You're more than likely going into fusions rather than XYZs, anyways. So triple Blue Cat. And next off, guys, I'm telling you right now, this is the second best card in the deck. Triple Black Sheep. This card is absolutely phenomenal. For the sole purpose that this card is a polymerization searcher, and it's also a card that revives monsters from your graveyard and adds it back to your hand. So this card is like a recycler in itself. It's a built-in toolbox. You can add polymerization and things like that, which is absolutely amazing. And a secondary effect, I believe, is that if it's used as a fusion material, you basically get to add a pendulum LUNALIGHT monster from your extra deck, or you get to add a LUNALIGHT monster from your graveyard to your hand, except for Black Sheep, which is very, very good. So this card is a very good toolbox. And the really good thing about her is that what she can do is that, this deck relies on using polymerization all the time. So you can literally ditch this card and add polymerization from your deck to your hand, which is very, very good. So in my personal opinion, I think this card is the second best card in the deck. You need him at 3, in my personal opinion. So triple Black Sheep. Next one, I'll play triple White Rabbit. This card is really good because it's a monster born in the deck. When this card is normal summon, you can target one Lunalight monster in your graveyard, except for Lunalight White Rabbit. It's special summon in defense position. Once per turn, you can target one spawn trap. You can target spawn trap card your opponent controls up to the number of other Lunalight cards you control, and then return them to the hand. So this card is basically a built-in monster reborn and a giant true in at once. And you guys can already picture the combo. You can go into White Rabbit, Blue Cat, White Rabbit, Blue Cat. Blue Cat targets Cat Dancer, and then you can activate its effect to basically return 3 back row back into your hand, back into your opponent's hand. So that way that you don't have to worry about drowning Mirror Force or like Quaking Mirror Force or things like that, which is very, very good. So you want to play triple White Rabbit. And next, we're going to play for your level 3s. You want to play triple Purple Butterfly. This card is absolutely amazing for the Soul is that it is kind of like a downgraded version of Blue Cat, but instead you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard to basically make a one Lunalight monster you control gain 1,000 attack. And a really good thing about Butterfly is that you can banish this card from the graveyard to special summon a Lunalight monster from your hand. So you can go into you can target what is it called. Cat Dancer. You can target Cat Dancer, Panther Dancer, or Leo Dancer. Target one of those. Send this card to the graveyard. And banish this card. Special summon the Blue Cat. Blue Cat will double Cat Dancer's original attack. So that means Cat Dancer will become 4,800 with the 1,000 boost, I believe, and which makes Cat Dancer 5,800. And then you just basically go off from there. So you want to play triple, Purple Butterfly. Cards are really, really good. And let's go up into our Pendulum Scales. You want to go into a triple Lunalight Tiger. Card's very, very good for the Super that it has 2 monster reborn effects. So basically, if it gets destroyed or it's in the Pendulum Scale, you basically get to revive a monster, which is absolutely amazing. So his monster effect is that if it's destroyed by battle or by opponent card effect, you basically get to revive a monster from your graveyard, which is absolutely amazing. And the secondary effect in the Pendulum Scale is that once per turn, you can target a Lunalight monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and its effects are negated, and it's destroyed during the end phase, which is very, very good as well. So you're going to play triple Lunalight Tiger, and it's also scale 5. Which is not that bad. The only downside about Tiger is that since it's a scale 5, you can't special summon out the wolf, which sucks. So next, last but not least, for our other Pendulum monster, you're gonna play a double Lunalight Wolf. Card's really, really good as a 2-of, in my personal opinion. For the Soul is that you can't really search this card off 10 key and things like that, and you can always tutor out this card with a Blue Cat. A Blue Cat gets destroyed. But nonetheless, this card is good for the Soul Reapers that once it is in the Pendulum Scale, once per turn, it is a Miracle Fusion every single turn, which is absolutely phenomenal. For the Soul Reapers that it's a built-in Miracle Fusion every turn. So you can essentially drop 2 Cat Dancers in one turn. So this card is absolutely phenomenal. So that's pretty much it for our Lunalight engine of the deck. Sure, you want to play basically 3 of everything for now, and only 2 wolf in my personal opinion. And guys, as the format progresses, I'll definitely be doing updates in this deck. You know what, this is definitely version 1. I haven't fully committed myself into playtesting this deck even more. I actually been playtesting this deck for 2 weeks or so now, and you know what, and so far this current build is working really fine for me. I'm not getting any major issues with the deck, but you know what, if you guys want, I can do deck profiles on DevPro and include Crimson Fox in this deck, because Crimson Fox actually gives this deck a little bit more boost, which is pretty nice. So that's it for our what's it called, our Lunalight engine. Let's go over to our last monster. You're gonna play double Maxi, very self-explanatory. As I said before, although that this deck isn't meant to build for the meta. If you are taking this to locals or like YCS or regionals, but maining the Maxi is very important for the PK Fire matchup. And what is it called? The Cosmo matchup as well. Maxi is very good because if you draw into all your combo pieces of polymerization, you basically win the duel. So Maxi is just very amazing for that purpose. So double Maxi, and I actually want to try to, you guys all know that each time I build my deck profiles, I try to make this deck competitive as possible, even though that the deck may not be as great. But so that's why I decided to just main Maxi in the deck. Very important. Let's go over to our spells. We're gonna play triple Poly, the Nostalgic Feels Man. Shout out to my boy Kevin for hooking me up with polymerization. Card is phenomenal. You guys know what Poly does. Staple at 3 in this deck. Triple Fusion Recovery. You need to play triple Fusion Recovery. It's basically like you're playing triple. You're paying 6 polymerization. Card is phenomenal. I only had 2 guys before I did this deck profile. I'll tell you guys right now. Right now it's 5 a.m. in the morning, and before 5 a.m. in the morning, I was looking for Fusion Recovery throughout all my scrap piles and all my cards, and I can only find 2 Fusion Recoveries. So I had to proxy the last one. So I'm really sorry about that, guys. So triple Poly and triple Fusion Recovery. Fusion Recovery basically adds a adds a polymerization from a graveyard to your hand, and you can add one of the material monster you use as a fusion material back into your hand, which is very nice. So this card is a really great toolbox. Next, we're going to play double Fusion Tag. Fusion Tag is really good because it helps you go into a Leo Dancer and Panther Dancer by just revealing Cat Dancer, which is very, very nice. So Fusion Tag is really good. So basically, if you guys know what Fusion Tag does, is that you target one monster you control, reveal one fusion monster in your extra deck, and if you do, the targeted monster name can be treated as the revealed fusion monsters if used for a fusion summon this turn. So basically, I believe if you want to bring out a Leo Dancer, what you can do is that you can activate Fusion Tag on one of your monsters, reveal a Panther Dancer, and one of your monsters will be treated as a Panther Dancer for the name for Leo Dancer. So Fusion Tag is really, really good. Definitely a 2-off in the deck. In my personal opinion, a lot of people play it at 3, but sometimes I feel like this card clogs. You basically just need to see polymerization or like a black sheep, and you just go off from there. So yeah, so double Fusion Tag, very good. Next, we're gonna play your Searcher of the deck, triple 10 key, very standard. The whole entire deck is Beast Warrior, which is very nice. You want to play double Twin Twister. Twin Twister is very good in the deck is because I felt like this deck has so much graveyard, utility, use. This deck is very, really good by sending cards to the graveyard. You have cards like Wolf to banish cards in your graveyard for Miracle Fusion. You also have like Tiger and White Rabbit to always revive cards back. You also have Black Sheep to add cards from your graveyard back to your hand. So definitely, Twin Twister is definitely really good in the deck because getting rid of back row is very, very crucial. Especially getting rid of Domain is just absolutely crucial against the Monarch matchup. Yeah, so Two Twin Twister is definitely a must-off in my personal opinion in this deck. Clearing back row and clearing problematic back rows to basically hinder you from OTKing your opponent is definitely a problem this deck can face. So definitely Twin Twister is really good. And this deck can kind of support the discard target. It can kind of, support the discard outlet, which is very, very nice as well. Double Twin. Last but not least, double Allure of Darkness. You want to dig through your deck as much as possible. Like you have cards like Maxi, Allure to dig through your deck. And half your deck is dark. So Allure of Darkness is just very, very useful in the deck. So that's pretty much it for your spells. Let's go off into our traps. For our traps, what you guys want to play is, you want to play triple LUNALIGHT Reincarnation Dance. This card is absolutely phenomenal for the sole purpose that it is a reinforcement of the army for LUNALIGHTs. What basically this card does is that if a monster you control is destroyed by battle or by card effect, it doesn't have to be a LUNALIGHT monster. It can be any monster. You can basically add up to 2 LUNALIGHT monsters from your deck to your hand. So you can basically add Blue Cat. You can basically add Black Sheep. You can basically add all those good cards from your deck to your hand, which is absolutely phenomenal. So this card in itself is essentially like a attack booster because you can search out Purple Butterfly, you can search out Blue Cat. This card in itself is polymerization as well because you can search out Black Sheep, which is very, very nice. So you're gonna play triple LUNALIGHT Reincarnation, and you know what? After your monster is destroyed during the in the damage step, just activate LUNALIGHT Reincarnation Dance, and then basically you get to add 2 free copies of any LUNALIGHT monster from your deck to your hand, which is absolutely amazing. So you're gonna play triple LUNALIGHT Reincarnation Dance. Next, we're gonna play the One Solemn Warning. Very, 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 very self-explanatory. This card is very, very good. And last but not least, double Quaking Mirror Force. I love Quaking Mirror Force in this deck for the sole purpose that Cat Dancers and all of your fusion monsters can run over anything. And especially while you flip the monster face down, you don't have to worry about problematic Majesty Sphere or Vanity Sphere. So basically what you can do is that if your opponent has a huge board and they're trying to go for game, what you can do is that you can activate Quaking Mirror Force, flip all those monsters face down, and next turn you can bring out Cat Dancer, and then just attack all those cards face down because once you flip all these cards, all of the monsters face down, your opponent cannot flip them face up again because Quaking Mirror Force has the effect where, they cannot switch their battle position from the face down position. So what you can do is just basically flip all those cards face down and just basically go ham with Cat Dancer, Panther Dancer, and even Leo Dancer as well. And also what's really good thing about this card is that against the Burning Abyss matchup, this card is absolutely amazing. Burning Abyss tends to have a huge board. So what you can do is that once they establish a really massive board, you can Quaking Mirror Force them. Put all the cards face down so that way that they can't reveal or even normal summon a Burning Abyss unless they have a Fiendish Rhino Warrior because this card basically serves as a massive Book of Moon. So that's pretty much it for our traps, and this is an exactly 40 card deck, so you want to play double Quaking Mirror Force, One Solemn Warning, and triple LUNALIGHT Reincarnation. For the traps, it's all up to you what you want to play, but definitely, in my personal opinion, I felt like LUNALIGHT Reincarnation Dance is definitely a must-have in this deck, especially in this current format, and how this deck is functioned. This card needs to be a 3. Quaking Mirror Force and Solemn Warning are my personal decks. I don't see a lot of people running these. If you guys definitely want to run these, go try it out. These cards are just absolutely amazing in the deck. So that's pretty much it for your traps. Let's go off into your extra deck. And let's go off into our extra deck. Extra deck is very, self-explanatory. You want to play triple LUNALIGHT Cat Dancer. Basically, let me go through you guys these effect really quickly. So Cat Dancer has effect is that it cannot be destroyed by battle. That's a really important effect. And also is that you contribute one other LUNALIGHT monster you control. And this card can attack all your opponent monster at once this turn, twice each. And the first time it attacks your opponent monster, it is not destroyed by battle. And also, if it attacks, if it attacks, right? Yeah, I believe. If this card declares an attack, inflict 100 life points to your opponent, which is very good. So you want to play triple Cat Dancer. He's a level 7 in the deck, and she's the easiest to bring out since it requires any 2 LUNALIGHT monsters in your deck. So you want to play triple Cat Dancer, your main one that you always go into. In my personal opinion, I feel like this is the only card that you actually need to maximize in playing triple copies of. Next, we're going to play double Panther Dancer. I only have one Panther Dancer at the moment, so I had to proxy the other one. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I hate proxying, but you know what? Anyways, it's going to do. LUNALIGHT Panther Dancer basically has the same effect as Cat Dancer, but it's a little bit upgraded. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects, and you don't have to tribute to activate effect. So basically, when it enters the battle, it can attack all your opponent monsters at once. It can attack all your opponent monsters at once, and it attacks all your opponent monsters at once, and the first time it would be destroyed by battle, it's not. And each time it attacks your opponent monster, this card gains 200 attack until the end of the battle phase, which is pretty nice. So double Panther Dancer. And last but not least, you're going to play double Leo Dancer. I felt like this card is like these nuts. Like these nuts. Card is absolutely phenomenal. For the soul members, let me read you guys the effect. Okay, so every level, they basically upgrade themselves. So basically what Leo Dancer says is that, so this card cannot be destroyed by battle. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. And Leo Dancer cannot be destroyed, cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent card effects, which is really good. This card can make a second attack during each battle phase. Once per turn, at the end of the damage step, if this card attacked a monster, you can destroy all special monsters on the field. That's crazy. It's a built-in Regeki in itself, and it can basically nuke an entire nation with just its own effect, which is absolutely phenomenal. So you want to play 2 Leo Dancers. Let's go up to our XYZs now. Let me show you guys right now. For those of you who actually played this deck before, you barely go into XYZs. The only way you go into XYZs is probably like a Castell or like a Bliss Dweller to just basically go even more game. But you know what? You just need these cards for game anyways. So let's go out with the extra deck. The extra deck is very, our XYZ is very, up to personal preference. 1 Rebellion, 1 Dante. Dante is really good because, it mills cards in the grave. So it can mill your, mill your Purple Butterfly. You can also mill your, your Tigers. You basically mill anything and, gets targets for Miracle Fusion and things like that. And Dante is very good. It's also a 25 beast stake. You guys can play this for any other rank 3 XYZ. It's all up to personal preference. 101, Castell, Abyss Dweller. 1 number 11, Big Eye, just in case if I actually ever go into double Cat Dancer and decide to overlay for Big Eye. I don't even know if I'm ever going to do that. But anyways, I'll tell you guys right now, you never go into XYZs. 1 Dreadnought Cannon, that's only if I go into double Leo. And last but not least, you play 1 Sky Cavalry to round off our extra deck. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sorry that I didn't showcase you guys a side deck. I did not have a side deck prepared, but nonetheless, I really hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. For those of you who actually have any questions, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll definitely make sure to reply back to you guys. And this is Sam from Team Sam signing out. This is version 1 of my LUNALIGHT deck profile. Definitely version 2 is definitely going to come out as the format progresses. And this is Sam from Team Sam signing out. Have a wonderful morning. It is 5 a.m. in the morning right now. I'm probably going to hit the bed right now. And alright guys, peace out, subscribe, like this video, and I love you guys. Peace.